What's up? Good afternoon. Welcome to Cohn and Krueger. That's Larry Krueger. I'm Grant Cohn. He's muted, but he's going to unmute himself any second. The Niners made a big move yesterday, and I didn't really like it. I want to hear what Larry has to say about it, but I did like that they did something. It was great for my YouTube channel and the various things that I create. And I was hoping that they would do more today. So since they did nothing, Larry and I are going to tell them what to do next. But before we look ahead, I want to look back. Larry, you had a very interesting discussion on KNBR with Greg Silver. You were expressing your misgivings about or your hesitations about the Mike Evans signing. And then Mike Silver, Greg's dad, quote tweeted the clip and said that with all due respect, he thinks that 2026 Mike Evans is better than 2023 Brandon Aiyuk, which made me raise like 3 eyebrows. My question to you is Mike Evans still elite the way Mike Silver says he is?
You know, I didn't see a lot of Mike Evans highlights where he got a lot of separation. But somebody told me he's was really high up there in the separation stats. So maybe the stats do reveal that. And I didn't go through a lengthy thing. I just watched a little highlight reel, but the highlights I saw, the defenders were all right there. But I mean, I've watched this guy for a long time because I'm a Texas A&M fan, and I've watched all of his college film, and I loved him in college. And it's an exciting day because the Niners basically got Aiyuk, or Aiyuk, for whatever reason, either got bad advice or decided he didn't want like money, and he decided to do whatever he needed to do to void the contract. The Niners smartly voided the contract and recouped all the cash. Well, they doled out some of that cash, but not all of it, just some of it. And I think got a much better player who's a more dependable locker room guy and will lead their young receivers. And they need to go into this draft and find more young receivers. So I think it's a win on multiple levels. It's a win on the contract. It's a win in the locker room. It's a win in all phases, except Aiyuk used to get greater separation than I think Evans is going to get.
I mean, I don't like this signing. I understand that they didn't overpay for him, and that's like the Parag Marate special, but there's a reason that he was so cheap because, I mean, last year he was really not good. He caught less than 50% of his targets. And I think what's so troubling, you could be like, okay, last year was a one-off. He had some injuries, but every other year he was great, and he's only 32. And why are we assuming that he's going to fall off a cliff? What concerns me is his snap counts of the last 4 years. In 2022, he played 927 snaps, 2023, 863, 2024, 671, and then 2025, 357. So is his body beginning to break down? And if it is, are the 49ers the right team to sort of rehabilitate him and keep him durable? These are the 49ers. He's got hamstring issues. So, I mean, he's older than George Kittle. And we saw George Kittle last year, week 1, hamstring torn. Week 3 with the Rams, Devontae Adams pulled his hamstring. He ended up scoring a lot of touchdowns, but he was limping around the field the whole year. He was kind of like a red zone specialist. Again, they didn't break the bank for Mike Evans, but I wonder how effective he'll really be. And if, let's say that this trend continues and he gets hurt again and he misses a lot of time, then the Niners are way worse off at wide receiver than they were last year.
Well, I think there's a couple things. There's things to like and there's things to be worried about. I think the things to like is he's going to be in the right spot at the right time. So for an anticipation thrower like Brock, you need that. You got to have your guys in the right spot. So he'll be in the right spot. He makes plays on the football. But I think you bring up good points. I mean, it's not, you're paying him, like, to me, it's about where is he in this core? If he's your number one wide receiver, wow, that's, at this age, that's going to be, tough. I mean, to me, they're expecting Ricky to step up or they're going to bring somebody else in. I still think they need a significant wide receiver. I wouldn't feel really comfortable with Mike Evans at 33 being the number one receiver.
Isn't that what he
for more volume?
Isn't that what he wanted? He wanted some.
He wants it. Yeah, he wants the ball. He
get some conditions. One of them was a lot of touches, a lot of targets. He wasn't necessarily the number one option in Tampa anymore. They have Emeka Egbuka. They have some other guys. I feel like here he says he sees Jennings is leaving. Kittle's going to be out for maybe half the year. He could get all the targets he wants. I think he wants to. I think his numbers are the most important thing for him. He has a ring.
The question is, can his body stand up and can he stay healthy when he gets 100 targets, when he catches maybe 80 balls in this offense? So, I mean, they need their young.
Excuse me if I'm pessimistic. It's the 49ers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the one thing is it's the 49ers, but there's no Debo, no Ayuk, no JJ, no Kittle. You have CMC coming off a 450 touch season. You don't have, well, suddenly you look around and you're like, well, if Mike Evans doesn't catch the ball, who is going to catch it? Jacob Cowing, Watkins, Pearsall, I get DeMarcus Robinson, Jake Tonjes. I mean, they don't right now. He would be. I think he's going to get more footballs than he even wants.